Welcome back to Living Local. From rich and fertile farmlands to the majestic urban landscapes, quaint small towns to bustling cityscapes, the state of Illinois has a lot to offer residents and visitors alike. Once again this year, Local 4 News has teamed up with our sister stations across the state to explore the history, the places, and the people that make Illinois great. Joining us today to talk about Destination Illinois is the morning anchor of Local 4 News this morning here on WHBF, Mr. Redrick Terry. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me. It is my nap time right now, but I am glad to be here with you instead.
I know. I hate when that happens, right? Scheduling conflicts. Let's talk about Destination Illinois. Tell us what the purpose of it actually is.
I think it serves a pretty good purpose. It is a collective group effort from all the Illinois Nexstar stations. That's our parent company, of course, Nexstar Broadcasting. The goal basically just informing people what there is to do here, because there really is so much to do in the state of Illinois, not just Chicago, which is what everybody seems to kind of gravitate towards, and for good reason. But there's a lot to do throughout the state, and I think that's the goal, which is to just try and make sure people know of all their options.
Right. This is a statewide initiative, yes. Correct? This isn't just local, so it's not just us here at Local 4, right?
Sure, exactly. And like I mentioned, we have several different partners throughout the state of Illinois that we work with, from Chicago, Rockford, we've got Peoria, Springfield, all across the state. Everybody comes together, puts together a couple of stories about places that people may know about, may not know about, and it's a really good informative piece.
Now, you're originally from right here in Rock Island, so obviously you're an Illinois native. So does that add an extra layer of excitement to doing these types of stories for you?
It definitely does, really, because, growing up, you always hear, there really isn't that much to do. What is there to do here? Actually, there's a lot to do, and it goes. That's the case throughout the state, right here in the Quad Cities, and in all those places we mentioned, and I think we do a really good job, we being all of the stations of Nexstar Nation here in Illinois, do a good job of really informing people just how many options they truly have around the state.
Now, this Destination Illinois series has been running for the past month here on Local 4 News, but we're actually going to put together, we have, a special, right, coming up that has all of them. Tell us about that.
Absolutely. So it's a 30-minute special, and as we mentioned, another collective effort. Everybody from around the state coming together, putting their pieces together, and showing you, hopefully, a really good idea of everything that there is to offer in Illinois. And
one of those stories that we've already featured and will be featured on the special coming up is the inspirational story of Mercado on 5th in Moline. That's a story that's still being written today. Let's take a look at that.
Food and family fun, all things you can expect at Moline's Mercado on 5th. It's an outdoor market and fiesta that's been going on for 5 years now. The president of the event says it started as a family project and has since grown into so much more.
It was originally an idea from my grandfather, Bob Ontiveros, who grew up in the Floreciente neighborhood next door. And it was his goal to develop a market that would spur economic development and also create a gathering space for the community.
The food, music, and games of the Mercado, as it's known today, didn't start out as such. It started out as a farmer's market. But El Mercado's treasurer, Chris Ontiveros, says it was the community that helped it along in a much-needed transformation.
They wanted to do something at night, so we moved the event to evenings versus during the day. And we went from 20 guests to 50 to 100 to 500 to, I think, a couple nights last year we had a couple thousand.
Historically, the Mercado has been an outdoor event here in downtown Moline, but coming very soon, visitors can anticipate a new indoor edition.
We purchased this building in December of 2019, and we have since gutted it, so it's ready, primed and ready for the next step of development.
We're not going to dictate what the building is. We're going to bring in new plumbing, new sanitation, new electric, new heating and cooling, and then we're going to get out of the way.
Regardless of what the future holds, you can ask almost anyone who's been there. There's a lot to like about Mercado on 5th.
It's a great place to start the weekend. Grab some food, listen to some music, hang out with the family. We have tons of kids' activities, and it happens every Friday night.
In Moline, Illinois, for Destination Illinois, I'm Redrick Terry.
Yeah, Mercado on 5th is definitely becoming a bigger part of the community for sure in Moline. Redrick's back. He's still here, of course.
Still here.
Tell us about some of your takeaways from that particular piece.
Well, full disclosure, I love Mercado
Just
on 5th.
ate a bunch of food, actually, and didn't do any of the
I
work.
mean, it's just, it really, in my opinion, is a part of the Quad Cities summer. And this year, obviously, there's so much different because of the pandemic that's going on still to this day. So it was really different and kind of difficult to do this special this time around because a lot of those options that people would normally have, not really on the table
Yeah,
this
we saw a
time
lot
around.
of people close together in that.
Yeah, that was not this year. Full disclosure, not this year. But so that just seeing the family aspect of it and seeing the different upgrades that they have coming was really, really nice, and it's going to be really good when it comes back.
And that's just one of the stories featured in the upcoming special this weekend. Tell us about some of the other places that are explored in Destination Illinois.
Oh yeah, we've got a bunch of stuff. The other one, every station did too. So the other one that we did here at Local 4 was at the Mississippi Palisades State Park in Savannah. Fantastic place. My first time being there personally. And so we talked with people there, and there's some beautiful sites that we can't wait to bring to you on the special. There are a lot of good pieces, like we said, all throughout. Drive-ins are becoming a big thing again in Peoria. They've got a really, really nice drive-in where they're doing some good things there. In Chicago as well, we mentioned them. They're kind of going toward not your landmarks that you think about in Chicago. They're going towards some of the ones you may not know about. So they talk about some of their neighborhoods and things like that. A lot of really, really good stuff. We can't wait for you to see it.
Right. And for people who do want to see it, remind us when and where they can view that.
Right here.
Yeah,
You can do right here on Local 4. It's going to be right after our 6 o'clock news tomorrow on Saturday night, 6:30. And if you miss it then, you can catch it again on the CW. That's at 9 o'clock, channel 26.
There you go. Mr. Redrick Terry, thank you for gracing us with your presence.
Thank you for having me.
Living Local today. Again, yeah, the two airings of this special, they're coming up tomorrow on Saturday, 6:30 on WHBF. And 9 o'clock on the Quad Cities CW. We're also going to have those details posted on our website, ourquadcities.com.